My friend, I don't mean to alarm you, but we are being lied upon. It is hard to find health information on the Goog network, and they're keeping it down. They're keeping Whitey down. That would have taken a turn for the worse. But since we can't rely on internet searches because there's information, good information, then there's misinformation, and there's misdirected bad information, a lot of people eventually just give up. They're like, what the hell are we supposed to eat? Like, they say low carb is bad, and he says high carb's good. That's the same thing. Oh, shit. But I found out some new tricks, and I'm feeling on top of the world. We keep increasing the levels of health here. It's insane. My demon cat wants to jump on me. You coming up here, buddy? He's not. Hey. Oh, you're not even in the shot. Oh, I framed that poorly. You could have been in the shot. Oh, don't go up there. You're all wet. He was drinking my girlfriend's Buddha water offerings. So I want to start by saying, obviously, health information is being suppressed by the media, and even when you think you're searching freely on your own will, it's like, okay, I'll find the secrets, how to cure this and that. Certain search engines are withholding stuff, and they're only giving you the top searches from hospitals and doctors now. It really took a turn for the worse this year. My cat's distracting. Didn't it, buddy? Took a turn for the worst. You love this position, don't you? You love being held like this, I can tell. You're not looking for escape routes. She's a demon. Just don't bite the microphone and we're good. So, I'm proud of myself. Even though they're suppressing information, some slips through the cracks, and our intuition can tell. Usually, when someone's lying, it's like, we got this. We have stories from other human beings that we can rely on. It's like, okay, you healed yourself of a certain disease, and this is what you ate, and this is what you did with your mind, and the meditation, and these exercises, and positive thoughts. Just as an example, in my opinion, I always feel better on high-fat diets, the keto diet. And when I search keto diet, for some reason, the first 20 entries, when you search on YouTube, keto diet, they're all from a year ago when they were promoting. They were still allowing this information to slip through. And it's all old information, just a couple, doctor this, doctor that, hospital this. And then if you search, okay, something recent, you get a couple videos that are all very low view count. They're not promoting this at all. They're promoting what will happen if you melt a gummy bear with who cares about any of this stuff? I cracked open a rock, you'll never believe what was inside. All I can say is nice try, dickheads. You've been suppressing information for a long time, but it's been slipping through. And those of us who are savvy enough have healed ourselves of your stupid diseases that you caused with terrible food and strange medications. Doctors, oh, you'd need antibiotics for that, for sure. You're coughing. Let's destroy your gut microbiome. I don't mind. Do you? You shouldn't. So through research and trial and error, I've made it to the highest level I've ever experienced. And I'm proud. I'm proud. You can do it. Just keep on digging. And I'm not saying this is the only way. Like I've said before, there's people who heal on vegan diets and my strange freak diet. So let's talk about some tips I've discovered. I've never felt this hydrated in my life. I have not peed through the night in 3 weeks. Everything is good. I don't drink much water. I have one of these. This is about 2 cups. I start my day off with that. Sometimes I don't even finish it. Throughout the day, I might have half of these, and then before dinner I have a big 3.5 cup but with stuff in it, not just plain water, and then I don't drink for the rest of the night. Wheatgrass juice powder seems to be the key to life here. If you're on a keto style diet, it's juice, there's no fiber, it's a powder without fiber somehow, even though it would cut your hand if you tried to rub it in. There's minerals in there that I was lacking. Chele. That's not the word. It was clearly It was close. It's in the same sounds. Just one letter was missing. I'm like 90% sure that adding the wheatgrass juice powder to my little hydration drink is what allowed me to never drink again. Like, I just feel so hydrated. After dinner, I'm having all this salt and fat, but I'm not thirsty after. There's so many, unless I overdo the salt to super high amounts. That has happened. And I don't drink. I'm like, no, I ain't peeing tonight. Not tonight. I listen to my body. If I'm too thirsty, I'll have a little sip of carbonated water at night. It's like one sip. Don't you dare pee that out. Usually don't. My cat's doing demon things in the background. So my hydrator drink is just one lemon juice of... My hands are all cut up for my cat. I just noticed it. Juice of one lemon, 1 teaspoon camu camu berry powder, 2 teaspoons wheatgrass juice powder. I might even increase that. If you're wondering, there's no gluten in the wheatgrass. Stop panicking. And I've seen people reverse their gray hair with wheatgrass. It was a lot of wheatgrass, I think, like a couple tablespoons. And the weird thing is it starts growing color from the tips inward. It makes no sense whatsoever. But I've seen the stories. I'll try to find it again and post a link down below. But they just took wheatgrass juice powder and then it started getting blonde from the tips. And then slowly, it's like a worm, a parasite eating your brain. I don't mind it. I'm 90% certain you're doing terrible things. And you are. Oh God, stop it. This is never a toy. Here, wool. Yay, look at that. A ball of wool. She likes my shoelaces. Oh, you are demonic. Love you, buddy. Wheatgrass juice. Do it. And if you're thinking of barley grass juice powder as an alternative, don't do it to yourself. I did it. It tastes worse for some reason. It makes it a little more bitter. Oh, stupid. Wheat all the way. But that's one of the key reasons why my health is increasing. It's hydration. That's always been the key, because once you're hydrated, your digestion's so much better because things aren't hard rocks trying to pass through you. So things are flowing so much better now because of the wheatgrass juice powder, I believe. And enough water, and it's just this balance. Enough salt, not too much. It's a sodium to potassium ratio that you're aiming for. It doesn't have to be exact to the milligram, but there's a ratio, like 1 avocado, 5 strips of bacon, 30 grams of tomato, sun-dried. That seems to be a good balance for me in my current activity level. So that's working. And then there's the fat to protein ratio. I haven't discovered that one yet, but I've upped the protein a bit. I seem to feel better with it. I've noticed that on my vegan days as well. When I had higher protein, I did admittedly have more energy than my purely fruit-based days. I will say that. Rice and beans, they help. People say, oh, protein, you don't use protein for energy, but my energy increases when I increase my protein. So, semantics, buddy. Cat's in the cat tower now. For your entertaining pleasure. I saw him in the corner of my eye. That was impressive. I've always said hydration is the key. There's no need to be in this position anymore. It's taken me a long time to reach a level where it's like, okay, this is actually working. High fat, enough salt to potassium, not too much protein, because that could be drying. Like chicken breast diet, give me a break. Don't do it. Another tip is I'm about to eat my 1 meal a day. Fasting helps so much. I wouldn't go too long like I tried it back in the past. That 21-day one and breaking it with a raw egg. You could find better things to do. Find another hobby, asshole. That was a bit long, but like a 3-day fast, you can heal so much. You can just reset the body, and I like the daily 22-ish hour fast. 1 meal a day, fantastic. And another one, I'm looking at it. Fermented foods. I was never a huge fan because I've tried probiotics and sauerkraut and they never did much. I believe that's because I was on a high sugar diet. Now that I'm not, I've killed off all that yeast. This is like adding fuel to the fire if you're dealing with that. Once you kill it off with low carb, you get your sauerkraut, and in particular, I'm salivating. The kefir. I think this is a secret key. Get it in you. Not the dairy kefir, don't even think about it. But the coconut kefir, it's expensive. This is $22, $23 a liter. It's bullshit. I should make it myself, but There's so many health tips that we can find. Herbs, teas, little supplements. So, don't feel lost. There's hope. Weed your way through the bullshit. I got your back. So thankfully, in this age of suppression, we have each other to share our stories, what worked, what didn't. They can't stop us all. We keep on posting it. It's like, oh, we healed this. It's going to look a little fishy. It's like, oh, I healed this. 1 view. Like, why? Why is nobody seeing this? So we do it, and people are killed off. Some special people who's like, okay, I discovered this, and they killed them. I do believe this type of behavior is all coming to an end, though. This is what this whole thing is about. 2020, you're wondering why things are weird. It's because we're rooting up the demonic kittens of our past. And it's like they're no longer in control. They're trying. They're still pushing out some messages in those media programs. But for the most part, the battle's been won, I think. And so this stuff's gonna leak out. Health will be ours, my friend. It's funny, now I'm editing the video. And that's my buddy. She sits in the small of my back. Friends forever. So don't give up. If you have some kind of disease, just keep pushing, keep researching, keep trying things, and just notice, like, oh, I feel better doing this. Keep doing more of that, and just keep studying, practicing, experimenting, watching other people do it. Get some friends that are in the same disease group as you. Help each other. So it can be done. You can heal, even though it's hard to even get the message out. But that will not last. I promise you. We're taking our internet back. I swear. All right, I'm gonna leave. Thanks for watching the video and thumbing it up, of course. You could thumb it down if you're suppressing your cat's voice right now because he's demonic and tearing your apartment apart. So you censor him. He wanted to write a book. My cat printed a page the other day. I don't know, didn't even see the option on the machine. I couldn't figure it out. He stepped on a 2-button combination and printed something. He's working on a book. It's a she. That's probably why she's mad. Still haven't named her. Thinking Lucy or Hell Demon. One of the two. So I'm gonna leave. Thanks for buying a Vegetable Police t-shirt. Subscribe for more.